Happy Friday. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this final day of January 2025. When seconds matter, having the most up-to-date and accurate information for first responders makes all the difference. For nearly 2 months, dispatchers at the North Platte 911 Center have had a new tool to help keep emergency personnel safe while helping first responders get up to speed as they respond to calls and services. Prepared 911 is a cloud-based tool that allows callers to send live videos, photos, text, and GPS to dispatchers who can then forward that vital information to first responders in the field or those heading to active scenes.
We've used it several times since we've implemented the software, both on the video image side of the house and with translation services. So yeah, it's nothing new. We've always had language barriers and language challenges, but we needed more than one product. The other one was purely phone-based. Now this one's internet-based, so you don't want all your eggs in one basket.
Chief Reeves says the Prepared 911 has already made a difference for first responders and those that they serve.
Just looking for products that help us do our job and keep the community safe. And this is a fantastic tool. It's just a tool. It's just one of the products that we use, but it's one of the things that we use to help communicate with callers and keep us and the community safe.
In statewide news, a controversial bill that saw a roadblock after roadblock during last summer's special legislative session is front and center again at the Capitol. State senators in the Military and Veterans Affairs Committee heard comments from dozens of Nebraskans lined up in the hallways on whether or not the state should award all 5 of its electoral college votes to whichever candidate wins. Nebraska and Maine are the only 2 that currently divide them up.
If you take the single city of New York City, of 8.2 million people, they have a greater population than 39 individual states, including Nebraska. So what the U.S. Senate does and what the Electoral College does is it spreads out representation amongst the entire United States. That's a good thing.
And in national news, first-time filings for unemployment benefits fell by 16,000 claims last week. The level of jobless claims remains low, indicating that there's some stability in the labor market. Economists have attributed the pullback in job growth largely to employers holding back on hiring rather than doing mass layoffs. But that means it's taking longer for unemployed people to find work. Continuing claims, which are filed by people who have received jobless benefits for at least a week, have been hovering around 3-year highs. Even so, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said this week the labor market remains solid. Ending the week here on the Morning Pulse with a check of the 7-day forecast. Temperatures pretty favorable here for the next 3 days. Upper 50s today, low 60s tomorrow, mid 50s on Sunday, and then brace yourself. It's going to get a little cold. Now, honestly, for end of January, early February in Nebraska, those temperatures aren't that bad, but we have been a little spoiled the past couple of days. So those temperatures dipping below 40 degrees is going to be a little bit of a shock, but still, again, not too bad for an old Nebraska winter.